battery must be getting low.
It's green.
There you go. Okay.
So the digestive system is a system in your body that processes the food. So when you take a bite of food, the first part of the digestive system the food goes into is the oral cavity, also known as the mouth. Then it goes down into the esophagus, also known as the food pipe, and that leads to the stomach. There it sits there with acids that break down the food into a very, very liquidy mixture called bolus. From there it goes into the duodenum, which is the first part of the small intestine. The small intestine is where most of the digestion happens. It is a very small, narrow tube that leads to the large intestine. The main goal in the large intestine is to absorb water. From there, the food waste is thrown out by the anus. So, ways to keep the digestive system healthy is to fast sometimes. So, that fasting means you shouldn't eat things for a day, anything. So, and also you should drink lots and lots of water. That way, the digestive system can clean itself. So, the parts of the digestive system are the mouth, the esophagus, the liver, the stomach, the gallbladder, the pancreas, the small intestine, the large intestine, and the anus. What? So this whole process takes about 12 hours. So let me explain the whole process in big detail. So first, the food goes into the oral cavity. It gets chewed up and grinded by the teeth, making it into a thin paste. Then it goes through the esophagus into the stomach, where the acid is very strong. The stomach is covered with a lining of mucus to make sure the acid doesn't digest parts of the stomach as well. If this happens, it is called stomach ulcers. From there, it goes into the duodenum. In the duodenum, the liver creates bile and the pancreas creates gastric juices that mix with the bolus. From there, it helps the nutrients get absorbed. It goes through the small intestine. The small intestine, there are little tubes called villi that suck the nutrients into the blood, so it can make the nutrients into energy. From there, it goes into the large intestine, where most of the water is absorbed from the bolus. From there, the food waste becomes very, very dry, and it gets thrown out through the anus, from the anus and the rectum. So this system is important because if you didn't have a digestive tract, all the food will just sit there in your body for the rest of your life, and that's bad. So that is why the digestive system is one of the important systems in your body. Thank you.
Sahasra, do you want to show, can you explain a little bit of the model that you've beautifully done? Can you explain it?
Well,
You can. Okay.
here I have a track. So the light green part of it up here is the esophagus. The dark green part of it is the large intestine. The orange part of it is the small intestine. The red is the liver. The gallbladder is blue. The pancreas is yellow, and the stomach is gray. So it took me about 1 hour to make this model.
Looks like it took a lot longer than an hour for you to make that model.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. What questions do we have for Sahasra? Are you able to take some questions about the digestive system?
Yeah.
Okay. What questions do you have? I'll let you choose, Sahasra.
What if
Anaga, please don't push.
what will happen if it just sits there? There might be some poisons or viruses that are in the food, and those might get absorbed into the body, and that is very harmful. So if it just sits there, you might die very young.
Good question, good answer. What other questions do you have?
This